Hi everybody, how are you today? It is Friday, so that's great. Yesterday I taught a class about tight hips, and today I'm just going to do a quick class on tight necks and shoulders, which is another thing that we all suffer from. You ever wake up in the morning and you're just in so much pain because you've slept on your neck? So the neck is an extension of our spine, so we have to be very careful in yoga that when we practice, that we keep the neck neutral. We're not holding tension in the neck. So please find a comfortable seat on your mat and just ground into the awareness of feeling supported on the earth and nice and upright through the spine. And just start with taking some very gentle shoulder rolls. I had to have shoulder rotator cuff surgery, so throughout my classes you'll notice that I talk a lot about protecting the joints and making sure that we're doing things to protect our joints as we age, because even in yoga we can hurt ourselves. Reach the arms out. With the breath, reach up and turn the hands, the palms up to face the sky if you can, if you have the mobility. Draw the shoulders up and back. Take a big breath in and exhale. Shoulders come down into cactus arms. Bring the elbows together and then draw the shoulders open, squeezing the scapula. 3 times we take this movement. Draw opposite hands. Right hand comes to the left knee, left hand comes to the right, and roll forward here, using your body to draw yourself in. Tuck the chin. Stretch the ligaments in the back of the neck. Reach up and out again, shoulders, squeezing the scapula, coming in and out. We're going to take that same movement but using the opposite hands to knees. This time we come down, folding forward, using gravity to just let us surrender. Tuck the chin into the sternum. Feel the ligaments in the back of the neck stretching. Hands come to the shoulders, we roll the shoulders, just warming through the joints, and draw the shoulders in together. Out and in. Inhale out. Exhale in. One more time, out and in. Release the hands down. Right ear drops towards the right shoulder here. Now this may be enough. Use the hands to anchor you gently on the ground. With your left arm, reach up over to the side of the head and just make sure that you're not looking away at an angle, but rather that your neck is stacked nice and neutrally. Right hand comes onto the side of the head as you draw the right ear further towards the right shoulder, feeling a stretch along the left side. Left hand comes out, left arm extends. Draw the fingertips down towards the earth as you feel a lovely stretch through the ligaments in the arm here that sometimes get compressed. There's sometimes some nerve tension when you have compression in the neck or the traps. Let's come back to neutral and take this exact same movement the other side. So left ear towards the left shoulder. Make sure that you're tracking your neck in a nice neutral way, that you're not tweaking your neck. So I'm just dropping my ear towards my shoulder. Bring my left hand up and over and slightly draw, just guide that neck into a stretch that feels nice. And then reach out the right arm, the fingers down. This is a little harder for me, but I have a lot of inflammation in the right side of my fingers because of my shoulder surgery. And then we come back to center. Let's take some very gentle neck rolls here. And when you do roll your neck, tuck the chin and draw the gaze over the shoulder. Bring the hands behind your back now, clasping the fingers together if you can, and simply just draw the shoulders up and away from the ears, so a back, away and up. The hands rise up behind you here. This may be enough of a stretch. Folding forward if you can, let gravity do the work. Tuck the chin and breathing, come on up. Release the hands. The right hand comes to the side as you reach, swooping with the left up and over, opening up the tissue over the left ribs. Here comes a little plane. We have an airport at Palomar Airport, and the pilots fly over. My husband's a pilot, so it won't be him, but he sometimes does fly over the house. And just moving through the side body helps with the neck. So we're moving the fascia, stretching. And then, of course, reaching up, bring the hands down and let's take a full fold forward. I'd like you to sweep your legs around to your side now. We come into tabletop position, lovely neutral spine, stacking the spine. So draw the belly button in towards the spine so that you're neutral. Look at your posture. So everything we do in yoga is about posture and proper alignment. So when you're even in a neutral position, try to remove any arching. So gaze is a little bit down and maybe ahead. And we're just going to take some rounds of cat-cow here because it's so good. And it does help the shoulders and the neck. When you reach up with the gaze, stretch through the neck and the jaw. And then as you come down, roll the chin in towards the chest and really exaggerate that. And you'll feel that stretch to the top of the shoulders, pressing into the fingertips so the weight's not dumping into the wrists. You're going to drop your seat and come into Balasana, child's pose. Reach the fingers forward here. Claw for some traction on the ground and just find some space in the shoulders that maybe you didn't think you had. So maybe you take an extra ½ inch here. Drop the forehead to the earth and then sink down. Move your hands over to the right. Stretch through the outside of the left shoulder. Release the head. Come through the center line and move over to the left. Draw space underneath the shoulder, at the beginning of the ribs here. Breathing and coming back into Balasana. If I were with you in class, I would probably come up and gently spread some weight across the scapula, just to lightly touch you to remind you that we can create space here. Drop the chin, drop the forehead and rest. You're coming back now into a neutral tabletop position. Left hand anchors you, comes through the center. As you reach up, take a thoracic twist here. Right hand is reaching, and then you thread the needle. So the right hand comes through, find the space, dip down onto the shoulder, right chin, yummy sunshine on my face. Breathe into the shoulder. Swoop that right arm up and replace it. Left hand reaches, left hand, left shoulder comes all the way through. So you have the benefit of the twist. Let your neck be neutral and just breathe into that lovely shoulder stretch. Coming on back. Let's find a seat. Yesterday we talked about our hips, and I did that for some friends who said they had really tight hips. And I forgot to do one thing at the end, and I think it's a nice way to close. So coming into a seat with your left knee in front of your hip. Bring your right foot over that left thigh, as if we were going to come into a sideways twist, but we're just going to sit. So draw that left foot out if you can to the side, and the right foot comes to the side, and perhaps this is enough of a little release through the hips, clasping the tops of the feet. I actually feel taller already just from doing those shoulder stretches and the neck stretches. And I'm going to fold forward here, and if you can, I would encourage you to do so. Drop the chin down, just let it hover onto the leg, onto the knee. Use your body as a nice comfort. And we come back up with our breath and we move our feet. So we do the same thing. This time my right knee is extended out, so my right quad is lying on the ground. The left foot is hooked over it. I'm going to draw that right foot slightly more parallel towards the front of my mat, and my left foot, if I can manage it, comes out to the side. And here I am sitting simply in this pose, and I'm getting quite an intense stretch through the left side of my exterior hip, piriformis, and the lower part of my left bum. Now, if you can, take a big inhale in. Breathe into that stretch and then fold forward. Use your left knee just to rest your head onto. Always take the opportunity to let the neck be free of tension. And then coming up and moving back. We swap our legs back. If you'd like to take a gentle little side to side twist before you come up to a seat, join me back in the seat where we started. Welcome to my wee garden. I can't remember if I welcomed you, but now I'm going to thank you for practicing, and please be careful of your neck and your shoulders. And have a wonderful rest of the day. Namaste.